Who can wear Breathe Balance Move t-shirts. Gillian's got hers on. I don't think I've got a black one. I think I've only got a red one. I'll have to check it out.
Grey. Mine's grey.
Is that grey?
Yeah.
I think technically mine's very dark blue.
Ah.
And it's in the wash now.
Ah, right. I think I've got the red one. I'll have to check whether I've got a black one or not. So we are live, I think, on Instagram, hopefully. If you were watching on Instagram on Monday, I think you just got a frozen video, so apologies for that. But if you're on YouTube and Facebook, hopefully all is okay. We'll do a little bit of work on the floor, but we'll start off standing for our spine mobilization. And we're going to focus today on hips, balance and ankles. So although it's a bit more lower body-ish, obviously anything we do is full body, so we'll work on the spine as well, lengthening the spine. So balance is all about going up as well as coming down. Start off knocking. Gentle breathing. Thinking about why we're doing this, just getting the rotation through the spine, so freeing up that spine. I was watching an Instagram post, I can't remember who it was by actually, because there's so many good ones out there, just talking about the spine, and they were saying the spine is only fragile if you treat it that way. And yeah, obviously we don't want to be damaging the spine, we don't want to be forcing anything or doing too much that we're not comfortable with as we are at this moment in time. But it's about moving it, it's about getting energy through it. Instagram again is frozen, so I just get sort of like a picture of a frozen picture. So sorry if we're not on Instagram, but if we're not on Instagram, you can't hear me. And then slowing it down into water waves. Take a rest. Spinal cord breathing with the exhale into that squat and lengthening out. So it's a little bit more of a stretch on that out breath. So the in breath is bringing the elbows back, opening up the chest, lifting the heart to sky. Exhale, a little bit more into a squat, gliding the hips back, lengthening the spine. Breathing in, expanding. Breathing out, lengthening. Breathing in. Take a rest. Even though we're adding a little bit more of a stretch into that one, keep that element of flow in it. I'll just show you from the side. So as we're breathing in, it's nice and soft and expanding. As we're breathing out, we're almost going into that position here. So you just soften the arms a little bit and flow through. It's just that I saw a couple of you on Zoom almost like doing this type of movement. So when you're there, you're sort of like coming back down and gliding out. Just make it very much a flow movement than just like a repetitive stretch movement. Let's have another little go, just 2 or 3 more of those. Smooth breathing in, breathing out. Should never look forced or feel forced. Julie's just jumped in. Morning, Julie. And take a rest. Have a little shake. I'll mirror you, so we're going to go hip width apart with the legs, and then we're just going to take a little bit of a step back with the right leg. So it's not quite going into a whole lunge position. I'll show you from the side so you can see the distance. A little bit of step back so you can bend the knee. So we've got the knee bent, and then focus on lengthening upwards. So watch that we're not coming down like here. Lengthen upwards. I'll come back to face the camera. So the side that you've got the hip or the leg back on is the side where you reach up. So we press up and then you press down, and then we have that little side bend. So we're going to squeeze an orange here, and you press across, and that hip comes out just a little bit. And then we come back to standing, whoa, nearly wobbled over, standing tall, and then step forwards. And then we do repeat on the opposite side. So step back and balance first. Get balance, nice and stable. Lengthen the spine up, so watch that we're not tipping too far forwards, almost like opening up this hip. And then the leg that you've got back, reach up, lengthen the spine, and then that hip glides slightly. Squeeze your orange here, or your lemon, and then back to center, and step forwards. And take your time, just go slowly side to side. So balance first, spine long, lower a little bit, spine long, lengthen up, squeeze your orange, back to standing tall, step up, step back, balance, lower a little bit, lengthen, and just go side to side in your own time. I want you to feel that anywhere within this movement you can stop. So it's not about, whoa, I'll just do that. It's about really taking your time to step, balance, lower, and breathing easy in and out through the nose. Feel that lengthening here in the rib cage, in the armpit there. So stretching, lengthening out all that fascia in the hip. Make sure you're breathing through it. Step up. Let's do one more each side. Smooth movement. Think of the qigong flow movements. Think of how smooth and fluid the movements are. Good. And then have a little bit of a shake out. Let's come down onto the floor. So if you've got a mat, just coming down onto the mat. And we're going to take, I'll mirror you, so we'll do right knee out to the side, left knee facing forwards. So you've got like 90 degrees here, that hip back a little bit, and as tall as you can through the spine. Remember, we're not forcing anything here, so we're not trying to pull the hip back or anything like that. We're just where we're at comfortably in our own bodies with our own hip mobility at the minute. We're then going to just reach over behind us, Lengthen the spine and just have a little look behind. And then we're going to swap sides. So you change sides. Think about 90-degree here. And then just have a little look in that direction. And then just arm behind, spine as long as you can. Swap sides. And just go side to side. Again, no forcing, no pushing. Just keep at your own comfortable pace and your own comfortable range of motion. Keep the spine long, particularly this upper back, particularly when you're looking behind. So see if we can keep that spine as long as possible, as tall as possible through the spine. If you get any nice gentle clink, clunks and clicks, as long as there's no pain, that's good. Doesn't take long to do a few of these and you start to feel a little bit more strength and mobility in the hips. Let's do one more each side. Maybe just check in to make sure you're at 90 degrees with each of those. And then take a rest and lengthen out the legs now. So keeping the knees soft, but just doing the same thing with long legs. But we're not locking the knee. So as you reach over, there's a little bit of bend, a little bit of softness in that knee there, softness in the knee there. We just lengthen the legs out. And this one you tend to crawl forward. So just be comfortable in the twist, and if you slide forwards, that's absolutely fine, as long as you don't end up under a table or anything. And again, just nice and steady. Think of it steady. Again, you could stop at any part of the movement. Let's do one more each side. I'm nearly under my desk now. I'm way off the mat. And then take a rest. Remember how we did our coming up to standing? We'll do it just from one side. So you can do it whichever way you want to do it, but nice and tall here. And then we reach over, step that back leg up, and then we swing the opposite leg through, still balanced on the front. We can bring that front knee through. We can come standing tall there and then just shift the weight, come up and stand on that side. Good. And then we'll have let's have a good shake. Good shake will be nice after that. Giving the wrists a shake, tapping your heels into the ground. Using a little bit of cleansing and clearing breath. That means a calm, full breath in and out. And slowing it down, and just taking a moment now. Oh, that should feel nice. All of that opening of the hips and everything, now feeling tingling sensations. Let's do a little bit of work, ankles and feet. So just walking on your heels. Now, if you've got any pain, any tightness, anything that hurts, obviously just stop. But if we're just comfortable, just walking forwards and backwards, maybe taking steps side to side on the heels. And again, make sure that you're balanced and that you're not just falling from one side to the other. So you're flexing the foot, you can spread the toes, you can really spread the toes out. It's quite nice. Tall through the spine. And yeah, make sure there's nothing on the floor that you're going to fall over. And take a rest. Give the feet a little shake. Just balance. See how that feels, just standing balanced. And then let's shift to the ball of the foot. Just come up, lifting the heels up and just walking on the balls of the feet, on the bubbling springs. Make sure if you don't need tension in your arms or your shoulders. So see where you can relax. Relax out the shoulders. Relax up the spine, lengthen the spine, relax the fingers. Your feet are sticking to the mat. And again, you can go side to side, forwards and backwards, just moving around. You can turn around if you want to turn around the other way. Really focus on the ball of the foot, the bubbling spring. Spread the toes again. Feel how the calves feel now. You might feel the calves burning a little bit in a good way. And then take a rest. Let's go now onto the outside of the foot. So you're just shifting the weight on the outside of the foot, lifting the bubbling spring off the ground and just stepping on the outside of the foot. Again, you can keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the spine long. Where we don't need tension, we can let go. We don't need tension in the thumbs or the hands, and we can let go. And again, just moving around side to side, turn around if you want to turn around, forwards and backwards. And then taking a rest, standing tall. And then the opposite of that, just turning the feet in. So you're on the bubbling spring, the ball of the foot. Spread the toes again. Up and down, side to side, whichever way you want to go. Relax out the shoulders, lengthen the spine. Breathing easy. And take a rest. And then let's give the ankles a good shake. So if I mirror you, I'm balancing on my right side and I'm just going to shake out that left ankle. And I had a nice clunk there, nice click, so it's quite good to do after we've just done all of that load onto the ankle, just giving it a good shake. Shaking it from the hip. And then balance. And balance now on your left side. Give that right ankle a good shake. So we're not physically moving the ankle with the ankle, we're giving the ankle a shake. So you're almost like shaking the ankle as you would shake your wrists. Shake it out, free it up. Good. And take a rest. See how that feels now, the feet. Let's do a little bit more balance with the flying. So start off balance with both feet, breathing in and then breathing out. Keep that softness through the elbows, shoulders. Just let the breath guide the movement to start. Starting point, just literally shifting the weight. If I mirror you, I'll shift to the left, and you're just raising the heel or peeling the heel of the right foot off the ground. So this is a lovely way just to start that balance, so you can get that sense of weight shift, peeling the heel. Feel as you shift the weight onto that side, the foot nice and stable on the floor. Stable and strong. And again, think of that smooth movement. There's no start or stop. There's no hold in the movement at all. There's no hold in the breath. There's just that really soft change of direction of the movement and that soft change of direction of the breath. And keep that sense of ease and flow, and if you want to, you just challenging yourself a little bit more just with that lifting now. As you shift the weight, you lift the knee of the opposite side, but see if you just can keep that ease of flow as you step down as well. Ball of the foot gently touches the ground, heel of the foot gently touches the ground. Keep in control. If you wobble, that's absolutely fine, but wobble in a nice fluid, graceful way. Wobble with ease. That could be a new workshop, couldn't it? We'll do a wobble with ease workshop. And if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, we can step out a little bit further as you come down to the ground, and you can go a little bit lower and then stand tall. So you can just make it a little bit more of a step lower, still keep that spine long, but still keep that flow, still keep the breathing. It's good. One more to each side. And then take a rest. You might feel that in the shoulders a little bit, because we've done quite a lot of work with the arms and the shoulders as well. So just standing tall. Back to shoulder width apart with the feet. We'll do an open the flow qigong move, but we'll add to that as we open the flow, lifting the arms up. We're going to sink back down into a squat position. So you just lower down and then you come up standing tall. But again, I want you to keep that smooth, easy movement, breathing in and breathing out. Feel almost like that ripple through the spine. It's amazing the work we've just done, feeling very warm already. See how smooth you can make it. Keeping that chest or lifted a little bit, so your sternum is facing forwards, you're just lowering into the hips. Nice and slow and smooth. Let's do a couple more. Soft, quiet breathing. And stand tall. Similar, but doing slightly different, makes sense. An alternate arm, so it's not really that similar. Stepping forwards, I'll go left hip comes forward, left shoulder comes forward, arm lengthens. Feel that space here. And then as you soften, as you step back. So step forwards, other side. And get that sense of hip leads, shoulder and arm follow. And it's not a big step forwards. And again, really feel that flow, that smooth flow as you step forwards and as you step back. It's not about falling back. It's about stepping forwards, lengthening, breathing in, slowly stepping back. And we're stepping slightly out to the side. It's not just straight forwards, it's just that little bit out to the side that you step. One more each side. Good, take a rest. Pulling down the heavens, breathing in. Breathing out. And then interlocking your thumbs, resting on the lower belly, bringing the feet together. Just closing your eyes. And just being grateful for the work that we've done this morning. Think about what you've achieved in terms of moving the body, energizing the spine, stretching out any tightness. Getting the blood flowing, the cells oxygenated. Feel that gentle breath as you're breathing in, coming deep down to where you're placing your hands. Lovely, taking a nice calm full breath, opening your eyes. Palms above the head, pressing the palms together, bending the elbows, and then just brushing down the back of the neck, brushing down the front and sides of the body, the back. And then up, and give your belly a rub. Lovely, sorry, I think we've gone over a few minutes there, but excellent. Lots of few new little things thrown in there, stuff we haven't done for a while. If there's anything in particular, as I always say this, that you want to go over in either the Monday classes or the Wednesday classes, then do drop me a message. But thanks for joining as always. See you on Monday, where we'll be focusing a little bit more on the breathwork. Have a good day.
Right.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye all.